it just I was interested in maybe running. Uh, I hate sitting there with my stable coin while Bitcoin's doing stupid crap and just not being able to even make any money during the day. So it's like you have to stare at your computer to be able to make trades, and I just can't do that. So I was wanting to just maybe find some low risk bots because I think low risk bots might make sense most of the time, especially when Bitcoin is like consolidating or just uh, doing war things. And when it drops, if I get stuck with it, that's okay because that's where it came from anyhow.
Right.
Started with the Bitcoin.
Okay, I'm unmuted myself. So, um, you know, as I'm looking at this and thinking about it, it's like a lot of times the people who just hold coins make a lot more money. They so it your strategy of swing trading and having a bot running just accumulating small amounts might be a good bet because um, the the biggest the big price action is where the money is, and I was trying to simulate that with the RSI crossing upward action where you your bot gets to make those big profits. um, but your bot can't look at the big picture. You can't kind of zoom out and see that it's a bad time to buy or it's something like that. But it's something to backtest for sure. But in terms of making money, it seems like narrowing down your list of holding, the coins you're going to hold, have an amount of money and pick a set of coins that you're going to hold that are good projects and just wait for them to have huge crashes. It seems like we have a black swan now maybe every few months with this craziness. So the opportunities are there to buy those dips, and then don't go all in on the first dip. Just go some of the way in. And then once you've depleted what you have free to go in, then you can just hold those and wait and hope that one of my fears is that when you narrowed it down to a set of coins, like say 10, that some of those 10 are going to be disasters and they're going to no longer exist and they're going to be irrelevant. That's kind of one of my fears, which is, and even with Bitcoin, like I sometimes think Bitcoin might become irrelevant. I mean, China
Oh,
switched over to the digital yuan, so their whole thing is only the digital yuan. Um,
yeah.
I don't know if they're making money off of altcoins and playing on exchanges. I don't know if that's legal over there, but um, it's sort of one of those things where it's like, oh well, I thought Solana was going to be the next big thing, and now I'm seeing Solana break down under levels I didn't think it would see again. Um, but historically, if we're going just based on history, the biggest profits are made by holding stuff. Bitcoin going from $6,000 or $4,000 or $3,700 all the way up to $60,000. 20, almost 20 times profit or something like that, just holding.
Yeah, that's excellent. I um I don't think it's gonna happen. It's never. I don't think it'll ever happen on Bitcoin again. Too much, too much, too much money in it now.
Um,
Like that, even 2x. It'd have to go from, well, it's not even $1 trillion asset anymore, but like is it? I don't know what it is. To look.
Well, it could be dependent on how bad things get, because there's, rumors of, well, I mean, you've got Bill Gates buying up all the farmland, you've got shortages, you've got all this madness basically happening, and they could just, a crisis so dire could happen. Whatever, Russia or China or whatever bombs the U.S., or power grid goes down or whatever, it's like, so Bitcoin did wick down to 10,000 at one point recently. Not in the last month, but
it did on the Binance US.
It was Binance US, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anything's possible. And if Bitcoin gets dethroned by something else, if all of a sudden everybody believed and they put out sort of propaganda or whatever that, Ethereum's now the next Bitcoin, this is the new king, Bitcoin could get dethroned, and or people could just be like, we need to save our money for essentials because we're in crisis in this country and we have to, in that case, Bitcoin is worthless, because it's not food, water, and shelter. But that's if things get really bad. I mean, it depends. Yeah. So, well, let's say it doesn't happen again. Let's say Bitcoin never hits 10K again. That doesn't mean you can't make money off it. So if you buy it, if you manage to buy it at 25K, maybe it goes up to 60K again, and you made over double your money.
But look at the 4-hour chart. Oh wait, this is not Zer. This is not Bitcoin. Like when you start seeing the bodies closing above where they weren't, and then you start seeing these wicks that are reaching down, and the bodies are closing higher and higher. This is like the 4-hour chart is essential in finding bottoms. The thing that stinks.
Do you want to maybe explain that refresh my memory on it? Because I know I've heard this before, the TA on this, but I have to hear it over and over again. And there may be some people who are really green watching this and don't understand it. So maybe you could explain what you see there.
Like, I'm just repeating what I've heard other people that have crafted, they're masters at this, like Duck specifically has been picking this up from him, is looked at the 4-hour chart, and he was looking for something that calls it deceleration. And this is an okay example, but maybe we can find a better one. I don't have sometimes you get even more of them.
Is it where if you have a lot of wicks, like if you're in a downward trend and you're seeing if you're at the beginning of a downward trend and you're seeing a lot of wicks above the candles, that it's like price is getting pushed down and it's going down further, and then vice versa for when it's starting to get bullish, you're seeing a lot of wicks underneath, bigger wicks underneath, and then it's...
Yep. So like here's a decent example. We had a dump from, let's say, that's not even a dump. 7% is not a dump.
Well, yeah, and that big blow off, right? Or I don't know if it's a blow off, or that big dump right there, which is going from what is that, 46 something to that came without a lot of warning in terms of wicks. At least
Yeah,
not on the 4 hour, maybe on another time frame.
you turn some of the
Maybe on the 1 hour. I don't
you
know,
turn
but
some of these off.
it would have been nice to know that that little crash was going to happen before it happened. You did have a kind of a downward
You
trend
see
though.
this stuff? Like, look at this. It's just like, ugh. It's getting stuck under the 200. It can't go anywhere. Rejected, bounce, rejected, down. It can't break above the 200. Like, to say you didn't, there was no clue. Like, you can't teach a bot that, though. You can say, hey, bot, don't take long when you're under the 200.
Maybe I'm wondering if maybe the RSI a weekly time frame or a daily time frame might be your key to that. Because right now I don't know of any other way that you can sort of get the bot to operate properly, so that
Well,
you don't buy at the worst time.
I've got,
Your RSI, okay, if you like within that time frame that we're looking at right now before that crash,
mhm,
the RSI was above the 35 pretty much.
yeah,
And look,
it's,
if you had it programmed for buy on upward RSI crossing upward over the 35, you would have bought long before this dump. You would have bought there. You could have sold a little shortly after. Then it wouldn't buy again for a while, and then the dump happened, and then the RSI, it even went
it,
lower in the
it,
RSI, and then it
I
crossed
would have bought
upward.
here, and it probably would have sold here,
Yep.
and then
And then it would have waited until, and then you're maybe if you had another bot with a lower RSI, it would have bought down there, hopefully. And then you would have had your 35 RSI bought by at um, another area there.
mhm.
Um, so I would say that just probably be good to analyze to see if this idea is wrong. Like, where would I be wrong in terms of
Well,
this crossing
well,
upward thing?
let's see, what if the signal is by when you're above the yellow, but below like the 35? How's this play? Not too good. It's all right. You'd buy probably here when it opened. Make 2.5%.
And
If you held longer, 10.
by the way, my idea for the RSI really came from Kane many months ago, as he had mentioned a great strategy would have been to buy when the RSI is low, like, and he showed how it worked. He said, look,
Mm-hmm.
if you would have had your bot programmed to buy Luna whenever the RSI crossed here, you would have been laughing, you know. And I at the time I didn't really fully understand it, so it was kind of going
Mm-hmm.
over my head. But I learned over time. It took me a while to learn things.
Mm-hmm. The one thing I miss from trading pairs is stupid back tester because it's the only one that works.
Trading Parrot has a backtester indicator.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, we could try it right now, couldn't we?
Do you have trading pair? Because I don't.
Oh no, I'm not subscribed.
Yeah, no, like I said, the only thing I missed from them is the back tester that I don't have access to anymore. Like for some reason I have
We'll type in
like
backtest, because I see a back
there's a
testing.
couple
I see a
that
back. Yeah, that's the one I see.
there's uh, I messed with the V3 of the back testing commas. Fuck. And I had a template that I just built. I don't think it was this one. No.
Yeah, this particular one, this doesn't, in the criteria to deal start, it doesn't, I don't think it has the option to do an RSI webhook.
What this Argo or just any? You can do it on any indicator. Like you just would go to like the 4 hour and then say when you don't even have to put a line here, but you could click any RSI indicator, add alert, crossing, RSI cross up.
Yeah, RSI cross up on the 35, I think. I think it's RSI crossing up, and then 35. Where's the 35 area though?
Maybe this isn't the best, and maybe any
Wait, I
RSI
know.
indicator is the right one.
Close that, and then just go hover your mouse in the RSI section, and then do create an alert. Because when you have the little plus symbol on the right hand side, you can add an alert for RSI, and then you can edit that alert to make it exactly 35.
Oh, know what you're talking about.
There we go. Crossing up, value 35. Or we could do 34. Open-ended, yada yada. Okay. So how would we backtest this though? How would we backtest this alert?
Well, I'll just backtest it.
Kane had some website that he had used that he plugged in the criteria and it just returned the result. See, trading view. How would we do this? Backtesting strategy. Maybe try searching it on the internet.
I don't know how to do that. Man, how would you do that? As far as backtesting the strategy, just like do it manually real quick. So when it goes under the
Hello guys, welcome to the Train Parrot. If I was asked to pick a single tool,
And every time it prints bullish divergence on a 4-hour, like, pay attention to me. Well, not every time.
I guess
It's a very weird time.
I think once you find a website where you can plug in the back testing to just do it 35 on the 1 hour, 35 on the 4 hour, see which one works the best. Hopefully the back testing, whatever website does it, will alert you if it got stuck at any point where it just couldn't get out of it. I'm not sure. I forgot the website that Kane had found that was a good back testing thing, but it was pretty cool. You just plugged in the numbers and you waited a few seconds and it gave you a result. Like, okay, this is what would have happened if you done that particular criteria.
I mean, you gotta ask him about that. I don't know what that is. My dad got me the book. Let's see. The golden keyboard.
What do you think? Maybe we should wrap up the video for now.
Yeah,
until we
maybe.
Maybe until we find something.
Yep. Hey, do you want me to show you the new thing I was working on?
If you want to share it with YouTube.
Yeah, just real quick.
Okay.
This is a Python script that scrapes KuCoin and grabs the market API and then creates a text file. So we just hit go and it runs and it makes an output.txt. Where is it? Here. And you can take this sometimes having too many monitors. Okay, so I just ran that and got a new output.txt. I can come over here and then do import list, and then well, whatever. I can't remember where it went. Let's see if I can. It's in. Here it is. Okay. So it just made a brand new list of every single USDT pair and Bitcoin pair that's on KuCoin. So if anything has been dropped or added or whatever, it's all here. And I plan to add a market cap filter on it because this thing is ginormous. Look at this. 937. There's 937 assets on this list, so it takes a very long time to page through it. So I want to put some sort of filterings on it.
You know about Crypto Chaos, right?
What's that?
Go to cryptochaos.com or let's see, I think it's Crypto KAYOS, I think it is. Or just do a search for that. Just Crypto Chaos.
Oh, there it was underneath it.
No. Not Twitter. Go back. Scroll down. It might be this. There it is. So it already a website exists for this, so this might help. Hopefully I was hoping you already knew about this and that you were doing.
No, I didn't know about this. This is cool.
Yeah. So
but I've got one that does this exact same thing. So that's sweet. However, I'm gonna build a market cap filter on mine. So
well, that might, but then you might miss out on something like whatever, Curetto or something. Like, I don't know if it was Curetto, but I don't know the market cap on Curetto when it came out, but
I haven't seen this. This is pretty sweet though.
I would think you would want to have it showing up everything, and then you can manually.
Everything is so big.
Right. Well, okay. Can you show the market cap on those columns? Can you change the columns to?
The only thing I can add is volume.
Because maybe there's a way you can just delete out stuff based on one of those criteria. Sort it by volume, and then just get rid of.
Just dump off the stuff that's huge. Or I don't know what my criteria would be. No, this is neat. I need to see finance.
Well, can you I wonder, are you able to somehow inspect the site and then maybe take your programming and build something based on?
I don't think so. I think this is no, it's doing. So it's got these links to these TXT files.
Like on the guy's personal computer?
No, they're hosted on a website, but something's happening behind the scene to create the TXT files. And then this is just a dumb web page that's referencing the TXT file that's created, I don't know how often. I wonder if it says. Updated daily at 6:15 a.m. I'm keeping this. This is mine now. So mostly that was just a learning project. Nothing super complex, obviously, but I wanted to combine that with the CoinGecko API, where they have a free plan that could do 50 calls a minute.
But you've got the.
So,
I mean, you have that spreadsheet that I made, and that thing has all the criteria. Perhaps
filter it off of that, huh?
Well, yeah, because it's iterative, and it basically keeps adding more coins every time you refresh. If there's more coins added, so you could grab your market cap feasibly from that if you don't already have it. But when you do that grab from KuCoin, is it also grabbing the market cap of that coin?
No, it's not. They don't have that data.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Yeah. So it's like you have to piece it together from other places.
Right. Well, you can with Excel you can pull data from. You could probably do all this programming and perhaps grab it onto the spreadsheet and then use the raw data section to pull your market cap from CoinGecko. I mean, you've seen the spreadsheet, so you could make your own spreadsheet from that and have it pulling those KuCoin coins, and then doing a VLOOKUP on the symbol and populating the market cap column.
This is the data we get from KuCoin. We get the symbol name twice, the current buy and sell, how the coin moves in increments. So like there's nothing here that you can use to even calculate a market cap. Like the only thing I can do here is take this. Well, this is a terrible symbol. So I'll just skip through a few.
Take a look at Epic Cash on CoinGecko.
What's that?
Somebody told me when I threw him a tip about a coin that I thought was gonna take off, Rose, Oasis Protocol. He told me that he's not like, why should I do that? I'm balls deep in Epic Cash, and I started reading over it, and I was like, oh my god, this is just a pump and dump. This thing is a disaster. Like, look at the max time frame. I mean, they had all this paperwork, and they were comparing themselves to how they outperformed the market and how they got a great community and yada yada. I read through it and I'm like, this is a pump and dump. Like, this looks like a pump and dump. Why would they're just taking advantage of people's ignorance. And yeah, if he got out at $6, then he's golden. But I don't think he did, because he's expecting it to go to $1,000.
It's like those people that are still trying to steal their ICP bags on Twitter. Nobody buys a stick.
Well, what's the max time frame? Oh my god. That's terrible. I mean, the thing is if it's a solid project and you get it at accumulation phase after it's pumped, and maybe it's going to pump again later on, sure. But if it's just some junk that's never going to come back, then that's really sad for the victim.
Yep. This is really cool. I did not know about this. What I want is an alert as soon as it happens. That Cryptone place seemed to have a bunch of those automatic alert bots that I want to figure out.
Doesn't KuCoin alert? Like, don't they have their own their own thing where they basically tell you what's coming to their exchange soon and what's new. Perhaps,
probably.
Perhaps there's or perhaps there's some website that has an API to that extent or something. I mean, you've also got Excel, which has that, pull data from the web. So if you find a website like that, you could just have it. You could have multiple tabs pulling from different websites and just refresh and see. Because there's so many websites to remember, you'd have to go to each one or just do it in your Excel sheet and then see what's going on.
Yeah.
Anything else before we end the video?
No. We should talk more about the spreadsheet, see if we can do some automated stuff in it. I know that there's you do some macros and stuff in Google Sheets, and I think I can even access the spreadsheet with Python. So I think just link it all together.
What are your thoughts about the RSI idea?
That's a good idea.
I believe I still have a paper trading subscription on 3commas, so I could start a bot that is basically testing it to see how it works out. But I prefer to but that's the problem with that is it's going to take a while before I get the data. It's going to take a long time, and in that time we could miss out on a lot. So it'd be good if we need to figure out the website that backtests, that plugs in backtesting. Kane would probably be the person to DM about, hey, what's that website that you mentioned that you can backtest whatever strategies, because it was a great site. It was really good. It was really fast, and you would just plug in a time frame and plug in the strategy, and it would return, and you plug in all the criteria as well, and then it would just calculate and return you the result. It was a really good website.
I need to know what that is. I wonder if you got it from that David Tech guy. Yeah, we should do another video. Or should I talk about the worksheet or whatever, and then do a video after that? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I muted my mic to minimize sound echoing when you're talking.
Oh, I got you.
But okay, we'll wrap up the video here. People probably aren't going to sit through this whole video anyway. Pretty long video, but some good ideas in here, I think. And link to the Discord will be in the description. And if it expires, they can always comment on the video. Hey, put out another link. We're trying to get people in the Discord who are, crypto minded or trading minded and who have ideas and who are trying things out and want to learn. There's good content in them, and then there's also referrals. You get referred to other Discords as well that are good. So, all right, end of video.
Oh.